This is new for us. We've only done videos where we've talked about our anchorages and basically our experiences. So this is our first interview, so hold tight with us. We've been getting a lot of questions. People asking what we are doing. Sorry, we've been kind of vague as we've been going through this. So we thought we'd just do a quick video to explain what's going on. You may notice we are in a desert. There is no water around here. And so obviously the Havaseas is not with us.
Nope, we're not on the Havaseas, so we went ahead and sold her. We started in September listing the boat, and finally here last 2 days ago was the official payoff and everything else. So we've sold 5520. We loved her. She was a great boat, great sea boat. Had a lot of fun on her. Saw a lot of the Pacific Northwest. There's still much more to see. Although Alaska was home, we saw a lot of Southeast Alaska as well.
We didn't want to comment during the process.
Just because something that fundamental for us, probably just wanted to keep it close and not jinx any of the process. And we were told it would be a long road, and it was. We started in September, and finally it's the 21st of March, and final close and final payoff here about 2 days ago. So it took a little while. But
part of that was our month trip down the Inside Passage during winter, which we do have on film and it will be out.
Yeah, no, we decided it would probably be better to try to sell her in Washington than in Wrangell, get more interest. And as it turned out, it did work out that way, probably for the better. We would still be on the boat in Wrangell if we'd made that decision, but
that may not have been a bad thing.
No, it might not have been, but it was the decision, and we also got the experience of driving the boat down from Wrangell to Anacortes in the wintertime, which was
an experience.
Was an experience, yeah.
But she did great. We recently packed everything we own into a 15-foot U-Haul trailer, and we just did the road trip from Anacortes down to Arizona.
Yeah, I was asking how many miles it was. I never did get an answer to that question, but it was $750 worth of gas and 3 days worth of driving a U-Haul on California freeways virtually the whole way, and then I-10 in Arizona. It was not very much fun, actually. So.
Can I just tell you that I really like being on a slow boat rather than in a U-Haul going 80 with Eric driving?
Yeah. So, yeah, I like being on the boat better too, for sure.
I know the next question that we keep getting is, what are we going to do now?
And we're hopeful we don't give up boating. We are actively looking for another boat. But it'll be something smaller than the 55. The 55 was bigger than we needed. And we also think we'd like to explore on the East Coast, although we're not opposed to doing more Pacific Northwest and California, maybe the Columbia River a little bit, and going through the Panama Canal to get to the East Coast, but it might be easier just to buy it in Florida and start out there.
So right now, I would say that we're trying to look on the East Coast, but in reality, we're just looking for the perfect boat.
Yes.
And what do you think the perfect boat is? My thought is a 43.
I like the 43 as well. It's a smaller, compact, less expensive boat, and I think it would be big enough for the two of us. Although there are a couple 47s on the market right now that are intriguing, and 47 would be closer to what the 55 was as far as size, interior size for living space and so forth.
I kind of have a vote in for a 50 as well, but
I'm kind of fundamentally looking at wanting to get into a newer boat, but we'll see what happens there. Yeah.
So as you can tell, nothing's off the table. We're just trying to find the right boat for us.
Right.
On our last boat search, the very first boat that we saw when we started looking for a Nordhavn was the Havaseas 5520. We saw her and we bought her. So this time I think we have a little bit more knowledge of what we're looking for, and we're going to take a little bit more time to make sure we get the right boat for us.
Yes, I think that's fundamentally what we hope to accomplish. I think in the last 2 3/4 years, we've learned quite a bit about big boats and how to purchase, how purchasing a big boat works. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And maybe better what we're looking for
Yes.
in our boat that's going to be longer term.
Perhaps, yeah.
We hope so. We hope we learn something.
Yeah.
So what are we going to be doing until we find this boat? Well, every morning we get up and we look at the listings to see if maybe something popped up. But until then, we've got video from last summer that I still need to get out. Not to mention our winter cruise from Wrangell to Anacortes and how different that was.
Different from a summertime trip. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm remembering what it's like to live on land after living on a boat for 2 3/4 years.
There are differences. I can turn on the hairdryer anytime I want.
And I'm not so worried about black water and gray water tanks. Yeah, that's kind of refreshing. Yeah.
Well, anyway, just wanted to update everybody. We will be coming out with our other videos. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to be alerted when those come out.
Beyond that, wish us well finding another boat.
Oh, so many people are helpful out there. So if you find us a boat that you think we might be interested in, let us know. We figure we'll have 4,000 plus people looking for a boat for us. How can we not find the right boat?
Never hurts. Never hurts. Yeah.
Okay, well, Distan's going to say, Havaseas you later. Yeah?
Havaseas you next time.